basically, what you're trying to say is that you can't control it.
I'm not trying to say that. The whole bloody ship is.
It's the wild colour scheme that freaks me. I mean, when you try and operate one of these weird black controls which are labelled in black on a black background, a small black light lights up black to let you know you've done it. What is this? Some kind of intergalactic hyper...
Hey, does anybody want coffee?
Hi, hey, hello, good morning. How are we doing? It helps if I unmute the mic. I'll find that you can hear me better then. How are we doing, everybody?
Hey, does anybody want coffee?
Oh, just finished a nice cold brew coffee. It's almost time for me to make the switch back to hot coffee. Oh, look, here's my hot coffee this morning, representing Science Streams, which is favourite ambassador. How are we doing, everybody? I hope we're ready for some fun shenanigans today. I actually feel, funnily enough, that we were more productive yesterday in Unity than I have been for the past few weeks. Now, granted, we did take a sabbatical, for want of a better word, to work on a jam. And very soon, in fact, 9 days, 8 hours and 17 minutes, roughly, 16 minutes even, we might be doing another jam, the Irish John Games and Science Streams Journ Jam. So just a heads up that, you know, for the next 9 days, we're going to be working on Rescue Ball. And then for the 16 days after that, possibly, we may be working on another jam game. Because, you know, it's good to have some interjections, some intermissions, if you will, from the main project. But yeah, also, you know, I want to work on Rescue Ball as much as possible so that during the Celebration Stream Week, date to be announced, we can do things like buy a Steam page, work on the Steam page, add some content. I do like that emote. I would like an animated coffee emote, which I might get at some point, but as far as static emotes go, I do quite like that emote there, so yeah. So anyway, yeah, I was a bit running around this morning. I did have a coffee, and then I drank said coffee, and then I had an empty coffee cup, and I thought, I got 2 minutes on the countdown for the starting soon scene. I got this. Ran in the kitchen, started another coffee, glug, 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 glug. Come on, glug, glug, glug. 3, 2, glug, glug. Oh man, it's not going to finish in time. So a quick message to chat. Hopefully I didn't keep you waiting too long. I hope we didn't lose too many people because of that. Anyway, as is the usual, what we're going to do first is we are going to check on the prediction. So 54% today thought I was wearing a Sonic shirt. 46% think I'm wearing Kirby. And nobody guessed something else. So let's have a quick look and see if people are going to win any cogs today. Possibly. Computer says no. Yeah, it's Twitch merch today. I'm wearing one of my 2 Twitch shirts. So there we go. Nobody actually won any points today. They all go down the tube, down the toilet, into the well, as they say. So it was in fact something else. You are not wrong, Tatum. Unless you actually guessed one of the other options in the prediction, and then yeah, you would be wrong. But yeah, there it is. We can see my incense stick already smoking away. They say smoking's bad for you, so I tried to let my incense sticks do it for me instead of actually smoking myself. But there we go. Now we know. I guessed Sonic. Yeah, so I do like my Sonic shirt. I do try and wear it as much as I can. And yeah, I think I wore it a couple of streams ago, maybe. So it's likely. I think it's been washed since I wore it last. But yeah, not today. Not today, my friend. So how was the fishing, Tatum? How did you do? I know when I spoke to you briefly on your stream that you You said you managed to catch a bluefin tail something. I don't know. It was a fish I hadn't heard of before, so I was a bit sad that I missed seeing it. But hopefully, the fishing reaped its rewards. So, I mean, I don't think it's doxing you. How close is the place you go fishing to where you live? This is where you go. Well, actually, that's just at the bottom of my backyard. Yeah. It was okay. I caught a bluegill. Okay. Bluegill. Never heard of that. Yeah. I mean, I've never been fishing in my life. I'm not big into fishing. The only time I really watch fishing is when you do it. So I haven't actually heard. I mean, I've heard of the common ones. I've heard of like carp and tench and bass and all the usual ones. But is bluegill a particularly rare one? Is there any reason I wouldn't have heard of it before? Or have I just apparently lived under a stone for the last 21 years of my life because I'm only 21? I don't think it gets more common than bluegill. So you're just saying I'm a bit of a cave dweller. Is that what you're saying, JD? I have no clue about anything in the world ever because I haven't heard of a bluegill. Welcome in, JD. How you doing? It's relatively close. I walk there sometimes. It's a common fish in the US. How many days? 111. One of those magic angel number things, Bear. 111. GG's. Yeah, so we have the countdown to Christmas, and also we now, thanks to Tatum, have a countdown to Halloween. Ooh, spoopy. It's actually not far away, is it, from spoopy month? We've got 3 weeks, possibly, something like that. Oh, and there it is. Tatum comes in with the countdown. 56 days to go. Lots of screaming. Yeah. Yeah. So what do you normally do, Tatum, on Halloween? Do you normally just stay home, turn out the lights and hope nobody knocks on the door, but you just enjoy the whole Halloween spirit? No pun intended. Do you actually go trick-or-treating with the little ones? Because it's a bit awkward if you just go on your own. Twitch today. Welcome in, Lodoc. Happy Friyay. Or do you in fact stay home and hand out candy? I'm curious, Tatum, how your Halloween usually looks. Or do you like just go out to a party, fancy dress party, and get your groove on? I don't know. You see, I don't know these things. People need to tell me. Thank you for changing that to scares. No problem. Yes, that was a suggestion by Nerdwino for obvious to some reasons. So yeah, that one has been renamed. Carve pumpkins, give out candy, scare the older kids with weak costumes. Hey, that sounds like my kind of Halloween. Each year I usually carve out a pumpkin. I usually try and do something that has some significance, just because I not this time, Lodoc, nice try. I actually try and do them that are a little bit more complicated that I end up getting annoyed with then, because sometimes they like collapse because the designs are so difficult, and I end up getting like cocktail sticks and trying to join bits together that shouldn't have fallen off, and it's a whole thing, you know. By the end of it, it's like a very bad game of Jenga where it's just about held in place enough for the photo, and then once I take a picture of it, it like boom, sometimes collapses in a big pile. But the next morning I usually end up throwing it in the trash can. But you know what? I enjoy the challenge, so there it is. Thank you for bringing the plops today, Lodoc. Yeah, I'm still working on the game. I have like 50 other things on my list, but I'm still working on the plop game. Eventually, we will switch it out for the drop game. Eventually, we will have different characters other than Kirby to choose from. On my way to visit my dad at the hospital. Oh, yes. How? Well, you don't have to tell me. I don't want to pry, but let me know how things are going, please. I hope things are going okay. So yeah, we're gonna switch up the plot game. My plan is to get the text, the current white text, replaced with the text of the person that did the drop. So in Ice Bear's case, it'll be teal. In Lodoc's case, it'll be orange. And then maybe a black outline to make it a bit more pronounced. I want to have it so that you can put emotes after the command so that it then... I'm not sure whether... I'm going to have to do some testing, but I'm not sure whether I can just take the emote you have and just put it over the top of Kirby and then you just won't see Kirby behind, or whether I'm going to have to actually switch out the sprite that has Kirby and the umbrella and just kind of Photoshop Kirby out of it so it's just an umbrella, and then attach the umbrella to the sprite and no, attach the umbrella to the emote that's chosen. I don't know. I have some testing to do yet, so we'll see how it goes. My internet failed me for a sec. I don't know what you said. I said, I hope everything's going okay, Lodot. If you want to keep us updated, obviously I don't want to pry, but, you know, I hope everything goes well for you and your dad. Okay, so, did I change anything since yesterday? See, this is the thing when you do consecutive days. There's not actually much time to do much of anything between the muchness of the streaming stuffs. So yesterday, if you didn't catch the end of the stream, I did manage to get the camera working in Rescue Ball, the culling slightly working. We can actually, we're not really culling as such. We're not like cropping things out of the scene from the camera view, but that's something we can look at to optimize later on. What we got working was the camera, when you hide behind a crate, the camera detects there's a crate between player and the camera, and then it fades out the crate. So we'll have a demonstration in a little bit so you can see it. He's doing good. However, nurse injected with accidentally with glucose instead of insulin, and he ended up with hypoglycemia. What? That sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen. Nurses accidentally injecting things. I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words. I can only assume that the matter's been taken in hand and somebody is actually doing something to make sure that that nurse... well, to be honest, I would say I don't want that nurse coming anywhere near my dad. How about we get a nurse in here that can read and knows how to do their job? And, you know, potentially it could have been a whole lot worse if they injected something else. So, man. Oi, oi, oi. Alright, hope all is better with the success. Can't work right now. I'm couch ridden. What? What's going on, Bear? What did I miss? I thought I was all up to date with Bear's situation, but maybe not. I keep getting these alerts in Discord. I don't know if anybody else gets them. For the oh, watch this video and we'll give you a decoration. Oh, do this and we'll give you this. So yeah, Discord has me jumping through hoops at the moment. Just nursing an injury. All right, well, I hope it gets better soon, Bear. Yeah, he was given insulin and he's good again. Also, if it went up by just 40, it would have been life-threatening. Yeah, so I would definitely be escalating that. Must be my troll chat redeem. Wait, what? Okay, so for those that missed it yesterday, it is in fact a new publisher of the week on the Asset Store, which means there's a new freebie. And so if you didn't catch it yesterday, I'm going to show you it today, just because I'm just that kind. So yeah, on the Discord server, thank you for triggering that, JD. My new troll chat redeem plays the Discord notification sound. Ah, yes, that always catches me out. I try to have the sound off on Discord as much as possible, just because, you know, it usually comes in while I'm streaming and it's sort of like ding, and people are like, wait, what? Oh, it's a sound alert. Wait, no, it's actually your Discord. Make it be quiet, please. So, yeah. So, Publisher of the Week, that's it. Free with code FantaCode Studios. And you can get all of the details right here. I'm going to rest, but have you on the TV. Okay, thank you. I like being on your TV. Is it a big TV? Do I have like a massive head? I don't know. Maybe it's a tiny TV and I have a tiny head, like in Beetlejuice. But hopefully my head is to scale for my shoulders. I think in Beetlejuice's head was like a shrunken head, right? Yeah. Have a great stream. Thank you. Legend, I think I've only seen you use that, Bear. I think you have a term there all to yourself. Unless somebody chimes in and says, hey, I use that too. But yeah, big TV, tiny head. What was it? Meet the Robinsons. Has anybody seen Meet the Robinsons, the animated movie where they have a T-Rex and he says, oh, big head and little arms? Because T-Rexes are like this. They can't really do anything. Anyway, I'll try to keep you entertained even if you are unable to engage today, Bear. But I wish you well. I hope you feel better soon. And I want to see you streaming again soon once you're better, because I like your streams. I miss your streams. I deserve your streams, okay? I've been very nice this week. I've tried to keep to my schedule best I can. I've tried to, do all the announcements on my Discord that you like to see with discount codes and sales and all that good stuff. So I feel like I deserve a Bear stream, all right? So hurry up and get better. A bit heady. Yeah, what is that? I don't know if that's just like a British or an English term when you like pour a beer on draft and then you pour it out and it has like this massive head on top or the frothy foam and you go, oh, there's a bit of a head on that. Maybe that would be a bit heady. Yes, we wish Bear all the good things. Let's see if we can get a shout out for my favourite Bear. There we go. There's the zombie game that he's working on that's coming on fantastically. I think this is the clip I did where it looks like a zombie. Look, you throw the flare and it looks like a zombie threw it back. Get ready.
I don't take care of him.
Get ready. Whoa, look.
Wait, what just happened there? Where did that flare come? Did the zombie throw that?
Did the zombie throw that flare? I think I have a ways to go before I can Steam again, but we'll keep up that. Are you trying to make me cry, Bear? Is that what you're trying to do right now? Because I will. If that's your intention, to genuinely upset me and make my eyes leak on stream, I will do that right here, right now. Just saying. I'm just putting that out there, okay? Because I probably have 5 streamers, okay, that I enjoy watching their stream, and you are one of those. So you can't. It's rude to not stream, okay? It's just downright rude, and I won't settle for it. Captain Krabs is in the house. How you doing, Captain Krabs? Happy post birthday. For those that didn't know, it was Captain Krabs' birthday yesterday, and he shared it with another streamer, and they had a collaboration joint stream. They streamed together yesterday. It was a beautiful stream. There was lots of confetti flying around. There was cake and candles, and yes, it was quite the event. It was very nice. And then they raided out. So yeah, it seemed like quite a long stream. I don't know if it seemed as long for Captain Krabs, but I enjoyed it. We'll be back ASAP, I promise. Okay, I'm going to keep you to that promise. All right, just saying. So did you have a nice day, Captain Krabs? 3 hours, pretty long for me. 3 hours is pretty long. Yeah. Shark Geek, how the devil are you? Shark Geek, what socks are you wearing today? I know it's my stream and it's not your stream.
Stay a while and listen.
But since I'm not on your stream right now, I can't redeem the show me your socks. So you're just going to have to tell us, and we're going to have to believe that you're telling us the truth. So All right, Bear, enjoy the lurk. I hope that you feel better soon and the coolness of the fridge does soothe your ailment, your injury. So I haven't decided yet. You mean you're still barefoot? You have no socks on? All right, well, I guess that answers that question. What socks are you wearing today? I'm not wearing socks. That's fair enough. Have an interview with a scientist. Maybe I should disable that. Can you imagine? Okay, this is a very weak recreation of how Shark Geek stream could go. So important scientists. We're discussing some important subjects today, and it's a very serious stream. And I would just like to say, hang on, somebody's redeemed the socks. All right, so today here's the socks that we have. yeah, you might want to redeem that, or hope that somebody redeems it at the very start of the stream, because I think it's one per stream, right? So yeah, they wouldn't be able to use it again. Or even, how about this? To save yourself having to disable it, just redeem it yourself at the start of the stream. There we go. I think he would actually get a kick out of that. I mean, if he was with you in the same room, he might get a literal kick out of that. If you start lifting your feet up to show your socks off, that would go viral, wouldn't it? Hey, look, I'm going to show my sock. Important scientist going, what? Oof. Sometimes it's the little things, isn't it? Anyway, if you don't know Shark Geek, in case it's not given away by the name, he's a bit of a shark geek. He's a bit of a shark expert, some might say. Okay, so if you want to know anything about sharks, he even does shark dives. He does drone footage of marine life, which is lovely to see. Yeah, and has some fun redemptions as well, where you can even have him do impressions. I'm not gonna give anything away. Are you burning incense or something? I keep seeing smoke. Yeah, you see, I'm thinking people might be a bit distressed by this. So let me bring this up so people can see actually what's going on. And, you know, I'm not a liar. My pants are on fire. This is actually my incense tray and my incense stick. And yeah, so that's what's happening right now. Okay, there's no cause for alarm. One of the things I'm going to talk about in a minute is moving. Not moving house, moving places in the house that I stream from. So we're going to get to that momentarily. And yeah, maybe then I'll be able to not burn incense directly in front of the webcam. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe I could just move it over here a bit. Let's do that. Let's relocate it, because I don't want people thinking something's on fire. How about if I put it over here? Make sure it's steady and it's not going to fall over. How about that? Does that stop the smoke? Yeah, the smoke still heads in the direction of the webcam, but I think it kind of dissipates, for want of a better expression, possibly, before it gets to the webcam, maybe. Anyway, I've just realised that one of my lights didn't come on today. I don't know why, they're a bit hit and miss sometimes. I have some Elgato key lights that should automatically turn on and off at the start and the end of the stream. There we go. But one of them sometimes, and it's usually the left one, decides not to come on, so I have to manually do it. So now I should be fully lit. You should see my gorgeousness in all its glory. I know, I'm a kidder. So yeah, Strom, how are you doing? I'm just trying to catch up with chat now. Welcome in, Strom. Happy Friyay. Hope you're having a good one. No one would say that. There's no such thing as shark experts. There's a Shark Week myth. That's a Shark Week myth. There's no such thing as shark experts. I mean, does expert not mean that you know a lot about something? Do you not know a lot about sharks, which in my book makes you an expert? So yes, I would say there is such a thing as a shark expert. And he sings too. Yes, about fruit flies sometimes, and plays the guitar sometimes as well. So multi-talented. I mean, you come here and you're trying to find the start of my talents. There is actually no end to Shark Geek's talents. So, yeah. I'm good. What if your house is moving? It's just because you're smoking hot. Ah, Harry. We're all making the jokes today. Yeah, what if my house... Hopefully my house isn't moving, because then that means, you know, there's an issue with the foundations. And I don't want that. OMG, the unfiltered handsomeness. I don't know what you mean, Sharky. You haven't even started streaming yet. I feel like expert implies you know everything. Science knows so little about sharks that knowing everything is impossible. I mean, that I understand that take too. Yeah. There you go. There's the fruit flies. The fruit flies that actually Balint on his stream. Let's get him a shout out. We might even see the redemption. Who knows? Let's have a look. Possibly. Maybe.
Of Twitch, we get to send one lucky winner to TwitchCon. Lita, count me down. Who are we sending this year?
Oh, we got a clip of it.
Right.
5.
I know the answer to this.
5. Okay. I don't like that at all. I'm going to do the first 2 silently and then start up with 3.
Okay, sounds good.
3, 2, 1, roll it.
Shut up, Wesley.
Oh my goodness, look, it didn't actually say who won the 3-day pass of $350 value of the ticket to TwitchCon. Oh man, I should have had my wife enter that. So the criteria was you had to have been following their channel for a certain period of time, and you have to have a... How did they word it? You have to actually be able to go, and then when you win, it's tied to your Twitch account, so you can't like get it and then give it to somebody else. But the winner, in case anybody did miss that announcement, was in fact the Canadian supermodel you all know and love, Yogurt Garrel. Oh, okay. Well, Tatum clearly wanted to spoil it ahead of time. That's okay.
Example.
How it goes sometimes. People just come in and, you know, want to pee on my barbecue, so to speak. It's fine. Still love Tatum. Look, there's Jern in a bikini. Wait, what? You had to want and be able to go. Exactly. Yes. There it is. So you had to make sure to be able to fund yourself during those days. Yeah, so that's the thing, you see. You're like, oh, a $350 ticket. Yeah, I'm going to TwitchCon. I'll get that. But then you're like, wait, hang on a minute. I probably need to get a flight. I probably need to get accommodation. Probably need to do things like, I don't know, eat and drink while I'm there. So when you add it all up, you know, while the ticket is a big saving, it's actually only a portion of the pie that makes up the costs of going to TwitchCon with housing and food and stuff. Exactly. See, me and Lodoc on the same page. Yeah, and it was for that reason that I personally didn't enter. I would love to go to TwitchCon. I would love to have a free 3-day pass, but you know, from where I am, what it's going to cost for all the other extras on top, it was for this year at least, it was a bit of a stretch. So it didn't happen. But I actually said in Balint's stream, "Oh, Yoga, I hope you win. I'm rooting for you. I'm thinking you're going to get this," and I called it. Look at that. Lo and in fact, behold, Yogurt did win it. So, yeah, I couldn't be happier for her. She'd already decided to go anyway, so I guess she'd already put things in place, like getting her accommodation, and I presume her flight, because, you know, she's in Canada, so it's not just a hop, skip, and a jump from where she is. But, yeah, I'm glad she won it. Okay, so what I posted in chat, what seems like many moons ago now, was in fact a link to the publisher sale. Show browser. And the publisher sale for this week, the publisher of the week is in fact Fantacode Studios, and you can get their rope swinging system by using Fantacode Studios at checkout for free. GG Lodot, you got me. Well done. Well deserved win, to be fair. Exactly. Yeah. Skim, welcome in. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Friday. Do you know what? We could change it so that that Jern Jam stuff disappears when the hype comes up, but I'm not going to. Because the Jern Jam, well, or should we? We probably should, right? Because it's going to be there for 9 days, 7 hours and 47 minutes until the jam starts, and then it's going to be there for another 2 weeks during the jam. And while hype doesn't get used that often, we probably should still move it out of the way, shouldn't we? So let's see. So while you have a quick look at the video for this rope system, and I put the link for it in chat so you can use the Fantacode Studios link or code and get it for free, I will do a quick change to the hype command. Bong! Oh look, Fantacode Studios has taco in the middle. That's why it did the bong. Nice. Alright, so we have the hype command, and what we need to do is we need to hide the Jern Jam stuff, and I actually put it all in a group because I try and be organised. And the group is in fact called Jern Jam, funnily enough. If I duplicate that and then I say I want to hide the group that is Jern Jam, and we're going to hide it just about there, and then we'll duplicate it and then we'll make it visible again afterwards. Then we should be good. So let's see. Did we in fact in just a few mere seconds make the Jern Jam stuff disappear with the hype command as well? I think we did. I think we got it. Now, the other half of the battle is, does it come back again afterwards? Let's see. Waiting patiently. Let's have a look. And you go down. Ding! And we're back. Yay, cool dancing. Thank you, David. I actually mocapped that myself. I put the sticky pads all over me, and I had a Xbox Connect set up, and I did all the moves like Jagger, and then I transposed them onto those. No, I can't. It was already a pre-made animation. But anyway, I almost got there. How you doing, David? Welcome on in. Will Jern Jam include apricot jam? You'd have to check the rules page, Lodoc. I'm not sure which particular jams will be included. Definitely a jam.
Thank you so much, F Vouchers, for the raid.
What?
A bit gamey.
The full API for me with both REST and GraphQL, so I don't have to
Even the dogs are happy about it.
then I'm gonna swing in the chat as I see them.
What? Stop! Yes, it's Frank. Calm down. Frank arrived. Hey, yes, he raided in. Stop.
Try now. Won't be good.
Goodness. You gotta stop now. Stop. I'm sorry about that, Frank. Thank you for the raid. Give me like 20 seconds. I'm letting these dogs outside. Oh my goodness. I mean, they couldn't have timed it worse. I'm glad that they're happy you arrived, Frank. I'm glad they were yapping that you raided in, but you know, when you can't hear me, then it kind of takes the edge off it a little bit. So my apologies for the canine interruption there. How are you doing? Thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. I'm not sure if it did. It's supposed to do a fancy pants shout out when somebody raids in, but I was looking at this yesterday and I'm not convinced it does. So let me just make sure we take care of that. Okay, there we go. We got a fancy pants one. So, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. Good to see you. What did I miss in the stream? Tell me what you were up to today. It looks like based on your about text, it's stuff that's probably way over my head. Yeah, so I'm curious. Spill the beans, spill the tea. Tell me what you got up to. And welcome in, Raiders. For those that don't know me, I'm Bit Gamey. Some people call me Lee. And we have some silly redemptions. We have some fun shenanigans. And I try to actually squeeze in sometimes some Unity game dev. So I code games in C#. And sometimes we do some game jams. We're doing the Journ Jam soon, which is why we have a countdown at the bottom of the screen. There's Porky that makes an appearance sometimes, just likes to sit on my head when he detects anything pig or ham related in chat. It was a maintenance, setting a board that tracks all my OSS projects. Ooh, interesting. Was that like a Trello board, or was that some other software that I've probably never heard of because I don't do a lot of tracking myself? I don't think I've even got Unity open this morning. That's how prepared I am. Anyway, speaking of silly redemptions...
Sometimes people like David try and squash me by using elephant in the room. And I just get squeezed and then I have to squash this back up.
Okay, there we go. I'm back to normal size. Thank you, David. We did it in GitHub, but same thing as Trello. Oh, okay. All right. Nice, nice. So are these are these boards things that you use on a regular basis, or is it something new to your workflow that you're setting up? Because I know that people think like, oh, GitHub, yeah, version control. That's, you know, you just kind of push your code to it, you know, and you can roll back and all that good stuff. But also, I think GitHub is a lot more than people realize. I've seen people have actual websites on GitHub. I don't even know how they do that, but yeah, tracking boards, websites. I think GitHub is a lot more than people appreciate. I mean, I've used Trello before. I've dabbled with GitHub a bit. Me and GitHub have a love-hate relationship, so I don't really use GitHub much. But Trello, I've used before. I think once we start moving on to some of the other big projects, we're going to drag the Trello board back in, and maybe even have a public Trello board where viewers can chime in and like make suggestions and things. So I have GitHub website. If you have any links or anything that you want to show the party people, Frank, toss them in chat. The links are not restricted. Welcome in, Dukasoft. How are you doing today? We just had a lovely raid from Frank, who is telling us all about his GitHub boards, and he has a GitHub website, and we're just seeing whether he has any links or anything he wants to share with the party people in chat. Dukesoft comes in, first thing he does is change the iOS calendar to Android, which, you know, we consider is now broken. But we can fix it later once the cooldown is over. So do you know about OSS projects, Dukasoft? It sounds like it might be more your area than my area. Frank was saying that he uses setting up a board today that tracks OSS projects. To help me with the Git part, I use Git Kraken. It's a visual tool and I'm an ambassador for them. Oh, nice. Yeah, because I know on the back end you've got like GitHub, haven't you, that handles all the data and everything else. And then you have like the visual tools on the front end where you can do your pushing and all that. I guess in my head, the GitHub back end of it is like a CLI, like the command line, and then the visual tools on the front are like the UI for handling it. Escamina is in the chat. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Happy Friday to you too. Yeah, we had a lovely raid from Frank. I'm probably going to butcher, no pun intended, the last name, because I don't think it's Butcheros. I'm going to go with Bouchero. That's how I'm going to pronounce it anyway, until Frank tells me otherwise. So, yeah, I hope everybody's having a great Friday. We're going to try and get to a little bit more game dev than normal today. So we'll see if that actually pans out. So this is the rope swinging system that we looked at briefly yesterday. This is free on the Unity Asset Store if you use the code Fantacode Studios. Open source software project. See, Dukasoft's all over it like a rash. So if you want this rope swinging system for free, then grab it from the Unity Asset Store today. Type in Fantacode Studios without a space at checkout and watch the price plummet, not from $19, but from $9.50 to $0, because that's the best price to pay, right? Okay, so that in fact is the asset for free this week. So we'll close that out. And that then brings us to the flash deal sale. Every single day until September the 18th, there's going to be flash deals announced, released, launched, if you will, on the store. And they're up to 80% off. This one is $2. Look, $2, $5. Why do I feel like we might be possibly adding some to the cart today? Although, to be fair, looking at this, $2, I already own this one. $4, I already own this one. So $3 and some change, but I don't do VR currently, so I wouldn't be buying that. But, you know, we'll see. We'll have a look. So how many assets are in today's sale? We ignore the 50% off ones because they're calling those flash deals, but not really. Not in my head. Anything 60% off or over 50 really, I consider a flash deal. So if we ignore this 50% one on the end, which I already own anyway, we have 3, 6, 9, 10. We have 11 assets in the sale. All right, so I know that Bear normally likes to look through these with me. We like the community shopping element of the stream, but Bear is resting up at the moment. He's in lurk mode and has an injury that they're trying to recover from. So I don't expect you to respond, Bear, but if you're still watching, hi, and just enjoy the shopping I'm about to do on your behalf. So, low poly, fantasy, medieval village. There we go. So it's from Just Create, who has some fantastic low poly assets. This one is the medieval village. He also has like kitchen ones, like rooms in a regular house. He has dungeons. He has a whole bunch of other assets. But to get this $10 one for $2, if you don't already own it, is pretty great. Apparently in August the 7th, so a few weeks ago, I bought this one. My guess is it was probably in the $2 sale, or maybe a bundle that Unity had going. But yeah, for $2 seems like a good buy. So I'm on the DMCA safe drum and bass playlist today, which means I might be skipping a few tracks if they annoy me. Or at some point we might switch to a lo-fi one. In fact, let's do that now because it's a bit heavy for a Friday, isn't it? Let's have a look. DMCA safe, lo-fi, chill hop, and hip hop. Let's see how that one is. Pokemon League. Okay, this one seems a bit calmer, a little bit more mellow. Let's get into ASMR mode, shall we? Right now, everybody, just pull your blankets around you. Just have a bit of a relaxing time. And actually, if you're at work, well, if you're at work, you probably shouldn't be watching me anyway. But if you're at work, you probably can't really just pull a blanket around and get comfy. So, Pirate Tatum.
I've got me headphones on whilst listening to Bedlilia and doing some woodworking in the gallows.
Thank you, Pirate Tatum. Some woodworking in the gallows. It sounds like if you're a woodworker, you could probably make some gallows, but I'm hoping they're not those kind of gallows because, you know, yeah, it gives a whole new meaning to the phrase hanging around, right? Yeah. Anyway, the dogs are scratching. My coffee cup is empty. It does not runneth over. So give me 2 minutes and 27 seconds and I'll be back with some coffee and then we'll finish looking at the flash deals assets for the day. So coffee time!
Hey, does anybody want coffee?
I am back! Hello! Oh, ad starts in 3 minutes. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Bot Gamey. Did you wait for me to come back to do the ads? You couldn't have done them while I was on the BRB scene? No? Okay. Alright, so pinned to the top of chat is the Unity Daily Flash Deals sale that we're looking at. So this is the first item, $2. I would absolutely buy this for $2 if I hadn't already bought it a few weeks ago. Next up, we have Toon Projectiles 2, also 80% off. Usually $25. Now, when I look at effects packs like this, I mean, you can't go wrong with Hovel. I believe that's how it's pronounced. They have some great projectiles, like it says here, high quality AAA projectiles. But I always check which render pipelines it's available in. So if we scroll down, look, built-in URP and HDRP. So it's in all of them. Why is there a dependency? This package needs other asset store packages in order to work. I have a strong dislike. I'm not going to go for the word hatred. I have a strong dislike for packages that depend on other packages. I know sometimes it's unavoidable, but I don't really see why they're making you buy a $5 support package when in fact you should just be able to buy this Toon Projectiles. 15 unique projectiles. 15 unique hit effects, 15 flash effects. Supports built-in render by default. HUD and ERP are supported using this free package. That's weird. It says this free package. I mean, it shows us free for me. And maybe it used to be $5, I don't know. But when you look at here, look, it says it's $5. Doesn't make any sense to me, but anyway, I guess it's if you want the other render pipelines, then you can in fact get it free. It becomes free after purchasing one of my assets. Okay, there you go then. So although it depends on this and it shows it as $5, if you already have one of his other assets, or even if you buy this for $5, then this becomes free anyway. So all right, that makes sense. I can live with that. All right. So we have a WebGL demo of it. Or not. Dear Simmer.io community, I'm heads down focused now on getting Simmer.io back up and running on a new hosting platform. There's a ton of migration work to do and new hosting costs associated with the work. Currently, I think I'll be able to restore all old games and accounts. If you have any questions. So this seems like this might be an issue with the whole website, not just Hovel's link on it. Yeah. So Rocco, who I presume is the person that runs it, it's not actually up at the moment. So any links that people have that use simmer.io, kind of sucks to be you. So WebGL demo, we can't see. PC demo you could try, but it's a Google Drive link. I don't really want to download it and install it and all that nonsense. So yeah, anyway, let's have a look. Ta-da! Oh man. Sorry, Berlin, you lose. Welcome on in. How you doing? I hope your Friday is going well. Oh, lost my headphones. I was betooed. We did a shout out for you earlier, a fancy pants shout out, and we got the clip. The thing is, it got cut short. I don't know if the actual clip is short or if it's just short in my clip machine, but it was the announcement clip for the TwitchCon ticket, and it got right to the countdown that Lita did, and she kind of went 5, 4, and then went 3, 2, 1, and then you were like, and it cut off. Thank you, I saw. Yeah, so I don't know if just the clip was short or if I shortened it, but I'm We knew that it was yogurt that won, so we did fill in the blanks. Just got home from Story Circle. No heat wave here. Okay. What's the weather where I am right now? 84.6.
Thank you so much, Andalippy, for the raid.
What?
Oh my god, Exceldro's got sending something. Exceldro's sending something. It's always an exciting time when Exceldro doesn't say anything. Just a link.
You just get a link in chat from Exceldro. It's like a letter from Santa, if you will. Andy, how you doing? Thank you for the raid. Great to see you. I didn't catch your stream today. I did see a little bit yesterday where you were scrabbling under your desk doing some cable management stuff. So what were you doing today? What happened? What did I miss? Heyo, ducky. So Andy, for those people that don't know Andy, he is a streamer bot guru. He's a content creator. He has some amazing Twitch streams and some fantastic YouTube videos. And also is part of the Stream Up team, which creates some amazing widgets and bits and pieces for StreamBot. More of the same. Okay, so did you finish off the cable management stuff today, or is it still a work in progress? We were saying earlier that I'm actually moving streaming locations soon. I'll be moving from the corner of my living room into, I got upgraded to one of the bedrooms. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I can actually have proper shelves behind me and stuff to hang on the wall, and yeah, it'll be a little bit different. So my cable management is going to be started from scratch. I probably won't embarrass myself by streaming the move, but we'll see. Who knows? So welcome on in, Raiders. For those that don't know me, I am BitGamey. Some people call me Lee. I usually work in the Unity game engine, creating games and fun projects and stuff. And I do actually base the whole of this stream, the foundation of this stream. If it was a house and you lifted it up and looked at the foundation, you would see it's a solid concrete block of StreamerBot. Okay, so all the fun redemptions, commands, all the... This is not a smoke effect, by the way. I'm actually burning some incense on my little incense tray here. Okay, so I'm not actually smoking. I'm not liar, pants on fire. Everything's okay. Don't call for help. We're good. Yeah, so there's a lot of squirrel moments. There's a lot of times where I'll be like, wait, what was I saying? And then, you know, eventually, maybe, possibly, we get back to where we were. But happy Friday to everybody. We're just taking a look through the assets in the Unity flash deals sale that started yesterday. Every 24 hours, they launch some new assets at up to 80% off. And these are the ones that we have today. So we took a quick look at this one, which I already own. We were just looking at Tomb Projectiles, which is the second one. And there's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 assets that got launched today. So, yeah, welcome on in, everybody. Sorry if you got hit with ads and missed most of my verbiage, but you know what? It was pretty bad anyway. It's terrible. You know, if you want to, there is always the option to follow me, you know, just to see if things get better, because, you know, if you raid it in, you're like, God, this is terrible. Who'd want to watch this? It might get better. So drop me a follow, and, you know, maybe when you come back tomorrow for the Sandbox Saturday stream, you'll be like, it did get better. I was right. Oh, cool, you're making a game. Yes. So how are you doing? I never, you're going to have to tell me. I know I've seen you in other streams before. I'm not going to butcher your name. Should I just say James?
Thanks for the follow.
Or should I... Thank you for that follow. Should I say James, or should I say... Is there a different way of pronouncing the first section? Because I don't want to embarrass myself. James is cool. Okay, James. So the game I'm currently working on is called Rescue Ball. And it uses similar mechanics to the OG game, Katamari Damacy. And we will be playing that on stream soon. Already have the scene set up in OBS. I'm actually going to have a celebration stream week. So my usual stream schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. But For the celebration week, I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then every day we're going to do something different, including building a Darth Vader mask from Lego, or helmet. I keep calling it a mask. Yeah, we're going to have I have an LED sign here, which is almost finished, which we're going to do. We have some other stuff to build, like these things. This, do you know what? I could have actually maybe done some preparation today, and I'd be better prepared to just lift things up on stream and go, hey, look at this. So these little block sets here, not official Lego, of course, but some cool things to assemble on stream. So they're going to be done during the celebration week. We're going to be buying a Steam page so we can get Rescue Ball as my first game on the Steam store, and so that people can start wishlisting it, and lots of other fun shenanigans. But what I can do, we haven't actually reached the game dev portion of the stream yet, so I didn't have the project open. If I can just waffle a little bit longer and pretend like it's always been open in the background and that I was actually prepared for today's stream, then yeah, you'll be able to see it momentarily. And also, of course, at the bottom of the screen, you can see in 9 days, 7 hours, and 17 minutes, the Jern Jam will start from Irish John Games, and we'll be participating in that. I'll be flying solo, so I won't be on a team. So, the buck stops here. I get to do everything. I get to decide which assets I'm going to use, which type of game it's going to be, have the music arranged for it, sound effects, the title screen, the win condition, the lose condition, the UI, the interface around. You get to do everything when you fly solo. Yeah. So, hopefully you'll join me on the journey. We'll start from creating a brand new project in Unity once we know what the theme is, because the way jams work is you're usually not allowed to start the game until the jam starts, and that's partly because they don't announce the theme until the jam begins. So the voting actually ends today, if it hasn't ended already. So there was a bunch of themes. Okay, so here were all the themes that you could have voted on. Choose as many as you like. Voting closed 16 hours ago. Okay, so if we show the results. All right, so the top 5 are what the host is going to choose a theme from. So it'll either be Man vs. Nature, Lost, Chain Reaction, If You Build It, or Under Pressure. Now, I have an idea for a game, and sometimes I don't get inspired until the jam starts, and then I'll do some brainstorming and we look up like some retro games and ideas of other games that we might be able to mash together, possibly, depending on the theme. But I kind of had a flash of inspiration of a game I would like to try and create. Yeah, I just don't know how viable it's going to be. How long have you been making games? Probably 5 or 6 years, but it's still, I still say I'm a hobbyist. My code is not. People aren't going to come here and go, wow, look at that code. Let's sit here and bask in all its glory. I don't pretend it's the best code, the most optimized code. I have a lot of imposter syndrome, so it's definitely challenging for me to even think that I can stream this stuff and that people will want to watch. But if we show Unity, so in the Unity game engine, this is Rescue Ball that we're currently working on. So you've got the ball down here, which is the player. We have the Japanese city, and we have a sea monster. And the idea is you're supposed to roll around the city, picking people up, Katamari Damacy style, in the ball, taking them on this platform here, that then will lift you up to the top of this building, and you can rescue the people. And if people don't get rescued before the city floods, they're kind of lifted up on the water going, hey, rescue me, rescue me. And then the water subsides, and then you have to rush around again. Try not to get caught up in the floods as the sea monster does his worst. So if we hit play and spin this around so that we can see. So we can see the sea, and we should get a better view of the sea monster from up here and the city flooding. All right, so if we hit play, the camera that we set up on the last stream should kick in. So we should be able to see where the ball is. So what the player sees is this right pane over here. And yes, we have flocks of birds as well, trying not to make it too much like a Hitchcock movie. We have a working traffic system, so the traffic doesn't actually run into the pedestrians, which I felt was, you know, probably a good measure. Thank you, appreciate that. So we have a test key at the moment. If I press the F key on my keyboard, we'll see the sea monster. Look, here he is. He's all kinds of angry, and then he's pushing all the water, and he's going to shove the water into the city to flood it. Because he's just a meanie butt like that. There's the cars just driving by, they don't care. And there's me caught in the water, which would be a game over situation. And the game's finished, and then the water subsides, and then all the water appears again. But definitely a work in progress. Eventually, the whole of this city, it'll be like an island, so there'll be water everywhere. So you'll see the water flood in, but there won't be a big hole where the water used to be. It'll still be water out there. So, yeah. And then we kind of... I don't like the way the camera's working at the moment because it's always facing in one direction. I want the camera to rotate and face in the direction that the player is moving. If you're carrying people that you've picked up, and when you pick them up, they kind of stick out the ball. If the car hits you and you're carrying people, then they get yeeted out of the ball. There'll be a choing, and you'll see them kind of get zooted. But at the moment, we just got the camera working, so it might be a challenge to even find people, because I think I'll kind of put the ball in the middle of the city. And, you know, obviously when we turn this corner, it will be a lot easier if the camera rotated too and we could see what's down there and see if there are any pedestrians. So we're going to head into the middle of the city quite slowly, apparently. We definitely need to increase this speed. So there's some cars. Sometimes there's a traffic jam. Here's people, look. All right, so we've picked people up now and we're rolling around with people inside the ball. All right, we might be able to get some other people if we're lucky. The camera's all over the place at the minute because we're still working on it, but it's trying to zoom in and not have us get obscured by buildings and things. All right, so we are getting some more people. Let's get ahead of those people, and then maybe we can stop the camera from glitching out. Okay, all right, camera, stop glitching out. All right, but as you can see, there are people in the ball, and then the plan is that you would work your way towards the yellow and black platform that we saw, and then those people would get rescued. But if we press the F key again, flood the city again, and these people should get lifted up on the water as the city gets flooded if it's working properly. There we go. Oh, help! Rescue me! Okay, and then the water subsides and they're fine. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's working so far. We probably need to do some more work on the camera today. Thank you. Yeah, it's oh, I see them on the ball. Yeah, it's coming together slowly but surely. We do have a drop game which you might see on other streams. I'm working on a replacement for it called Plop, the Plop game that Tubby has just so ably demonstrated, which initially I'm using Kirby characters and the Warp Star.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, and we have some audio clips get triggered by things I say or things that get said in chat as well. So if someone happens to say, oh, I went to Vegas, but because it has the word gas in there, we do have some shorter clips, like if you type the word beans or the word sneeze, for example. Yeah, just silly stuff like that. Or, you know, if in fact you had tacos last night. Yeah, the Taco Bell bong. So all the fun stuffs, all driven by the amazing streamer bot, of course. Alrighty, so show browser. So where's the browser gone? Show browser. Okay, thank you. Second time's a charm. So these are the themes for the jam, the Journ Jam. 1, 2, 3, 4, top 5. It's gonna be one of those 5. And then possibly closer to the jam. So we've got 9 days and 7 hours left. Closer to the jam, RS John Games, because he streams on Twitch, he's possibly going to say in the last few days, okay, it's not going to be this one, and then we'll be down to 4. And it's not going to be this one, and then we'll be down to 3. So the final theme will likely be chosen from the 3 left out of the 5 when the jam starts. And yeah, that's when it all kicks off. We create a new project, and I'm going to stream as much as I can. So yeah, hopefully we'll have some fun times. So this Tomb Projectiles 2, I don't really need any projectile packs at the moment, but it does look pretty good. You know, 80% off, $5 instead of $25, and this is a Marvel Studio is a good classic developer. They've been on the store for a while. Not sure exactly how long. Sometimes it says, there we go, joined since 2017. Not sure that's great grammar there, Unity, but anyway. Joined since 2017. So no worries if you get their packs, you're going to get the support. So that was Tomb Projectiles 2. Unlimited music bundle. Now, I'm going to guess for $119, this is probably a huge music pack. Composer Squad. If we come down here and we look at the package content, 5.2 gigabytes. That I think is one of the biggest, if not the biggest.
For the price of 1 cough per month, you can support the best husband, father, son, son-in-law, life partner, and lover in Bitgamy. Consider taking advantage of Subtember savings 30 off.
30 off indeed. Thank you for that reminder, Pirate Balint. In fact, I believe there is even a Subtember command. There it is. In fact, Subtember, I guess, turns it into an emote. I hadn't realized that, but yeah, there it is. All right, so may I zook that command? You do whatever you like to do, Balint, you know that. So one of my 3 mods and besto friendo, Balint can, I mean, usually does anyway. He's a bit of a law unto himself, you know. Sometimes the biggest trolls here are the mods, which does actually work in my favor, because like yesterday, it got a bit crazy with all the redemptions, and so it allowed me to decide which ones shouldn't run at the same time. So I did put some things in place to prevent that kind of crazy shenanigantery from happening. 86.4. No, it's too hot. Calm it down. So what did you mean when you said, can you zook that command? I don't know what that expression means. Are you stealing the verbiage? Do you just want to delete it from chat? I don't know where we're going with that suggestion, Balint, but yeah, you know, you can do whatever you want here. Mikasa, Sukasa, as some people say. Can I steal it to use on my... Of course you can, yes. Yes, no problem. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to have to change it, because it says you can also get a... And then the word Subtember apparently is converted into an emote. I might need to like put a space after sub, just so it doesn't do that. Subtember, there it is. Okay, so if I look at the text, maybe an underscore Subtember. I'm just going to put a dash in like it is initially. And then I'll capitalize the UB at the front. Okay, so now it should work better without the... There we go. Okay. All right, have you seen the Rayman 3 remake that one person made? Fan remake? No, I have not. But if you got a link to it, if you got any more information, James, toss it in chat. We'll take a look. Because, you know, we're all about the rabbit holing here. You know, there's nothing hard and fast about this stream. You know, we're in software and game development. We're looking at the game dev stuff on the asset store at the moment, so we fall under the game dev part of software and game dev, but we do rabbit hole more so on a Saturday when it's Sandbox Saturday and things are a bit more loosey-goosey, but also other days too. Rishi! I do have a link to it. Okay, we shall await said link with, what is it they say? Bated breath? Possibly? That's what she said. You used to have a voice sound alert for that. Why we gotta bait people? No, we wait with bated breath, meaning that we're excited for it. We're just going to patiently await its arrival. Okay, and now we have it right here in chat, thanks to James. Here we go. Pause the music. We will skip the ad, and here we go. This is fan made. Hang on a minute. Is this a game that's fan made, or has somebody just made this look like it's a new game from footage from the other games? That would be my question. Taken from the Rayman Alive 2025 event, which was hosted in celebration of Rayman's 30th anniversary. You can watch the whole presentation here. Download the game. Oh, it's actually a game. Interesting. All right, let's see.
Hey everyone, Mark here. What you're seeing right now is my remake of Rayman 3's Fairy Council. It's a project I've been working on for around 2 years now, with the past year being documented on YouTube, by the way. The level is fully playable, with hand-sculpted, highly detailed 3D assets, custom-written code which aims to give smooth, responsive, and familiar platforming gameplay, cutscenes, reanimated from scratch, sound design, also redone, although for this one I can't take the credit, as what you're hearing right now is the work of Noah Matthew. We even included 6 different languages because, like with any remake, nostalgia is a big factor.
J'ai la cour d'eau, już niedługo użyję. Une fois que j'aurai transformé par un ejército de vanidade comme il serait, tourneront de culpabilité.
We got community-made skins, some are locked behind secrets and challenges.
Okay, some fishing worms and how I sit with bated breath.
Just make sure to type
See what you did there,
in
Tatum.
R30TH somewhere in-game or in the main menu to unlock this bad boy. On top of that, we also got custom challenge modes. Warning, they are extremely challenging.
So what I don't understand is, if someone's not affiliated with the, I guess is it Sony that released the original Rayman?
I don't think you can have a proper 30th birthday.
If you're not associated with the IP, if it's fan made, if you're just somebody that decided to make it, how do you even get the rights to use the IP? Ubisoft. Okay, thanks, Toby. I mean, how does someone just say, do you know what? I think I'm just going to do a fan-made game of this IP, and then the company not have an issue with it? I don't know.
Without gifts. So, starting today, all of this is available for everyone to play. Head on to my channel at MarkTazUnreal, And in the description to one of my newer videos or on my Discord server, you will be able to find a link to download this game.
I mean, 7,000 subscribers. He's not doing too bad, is he, on
In the
YouTube?
future, I will be releasing the project files.
Oh, it's Unreal Engine.
If you are a
Okay.
developer, modder, or just a curious fan, soon you will be able to explore the projects behind the scenes, create your own custom levels, or even build something completely new. Basically, your imagination is the limit here. Alright, happy Rayman's 30th anniversary, and I hope you all have fun playing through the Fairy Council in this new coat of paint. Thank you.
Phew. How's it hanging, Wiener Dog? This manual looks like a blast. There's bound to be one or two useful things in it. Rayman, you truly are the best.
Hey, Rayman! Hi, pretty turtle. Can I come inside your house? Oh, why not? Are you busy vacuuming?
We must catch Andre before he reaches.
I mean, this is somebody that really likes the original, their attention to detail.
Looks like you hit rock bottom. Get back up there. Whoa, what could this be?
And if it wasn't in collaboration with the IP owners, they just, what, created the models from scratch?
A big thanks to our continuing subscriber Bardaki.
Wait, what? What is going on right now? Bardaki, how are you doing? I like your attention to detail. 40 months! Did you know, Bardaki? I hope you're sitting down for this announcement. That's nearly 41 months. That is insane in the membrane, as I think somebody sang once. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, I was laughing a lot at work today. Were you laughing? Why were you laughing a lot at work? Is there something we need to know? Was it a particularly funny situation? Did somebody bring some amazing dad jokes to the table? I mean, we have follow-up questions. We need more details, please. And thank you again. Really appreciate that that resub. 40 months. I've even been streaming 40 months. I mean, I must have, but that's crazy. Because managers are not capable, and it looks like there's a bit of beef between them. Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, at my last place I worked, we used to call them Project Manglers, because they couldn't manage, what do they say? A pee up in a brewery, possibly. Cypress Hill, yes. I used to have the, was it called Black Sunday, Freshie? I used to have the Black Sunday CD. I do like me some Cypress Hill. I like a lot of their tracks. Even though they're not really, you can't really play them on stream. Some of the languages may be a little bit, what's the word? Colourful. But yeah, I do like Cypress Hill. Well, I'm glad you got a chuckle at least, Bardi. I mean, it's good when, you know, people are beefing and you're not one of the people involved in it. You just get to be a bystander. So, also, Mr. Gamey, what did I do to deserve that in our DMs? Do you mean the freebie that you got? Is that what we're talking about here, buddy? So yesterday I became aware that the developer of a certain asset on the asset store had some codes to give away some freebies. So did you use one of those codes, buddy? Because I was going to let him know which code you had used, just so that I could take it out of rotation. Yeah, so it came to my knowledge that an asset that I thought Bardaki might be able to use in his project, because I didn't read it. I didn't get a notification. Wow. I did not get all those messages. That's crazy. Yeah. The last message I got from you was, what the... And it's only now I've just gone back in to look that I've seen it. Hang on a minute. Put the music back on for a minute. Okay, all right. Well, yeah. So second one worked. Okay. Well, I'm sorry that you lost being able to squash my head with the elephant today. However, I'm glad you were able to use one of the codes. Yeah, so in short, I saw that he'd posted it on another Discord server, and I thought, well, this looks like something that my good friend Badaki might be able to use in his fantastic The Unwanted War game. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to copy the stuff over in a DM as I get squished. Possibly.
Huh?
So, Bardaki Winds that came up there, I shrunk and I put an outline around it to make it more pronounced. This morning, I think, right before stream. Because yesterday, Berlin won it and it said, Science Streams.
Breaking news. The streamer is now in witness protection. Their name has been completely changed and their identity hidden for their own protection.
Thank you. So I am Crit Play Me. Not my real name, obviously. Big Game is no longer here. And apparently I look like the witch from Wizard of Oz, thanks to Ubisoft. So yeah, having a green face, I guess puts me even more in a witless position. But thank you, Badaki. And yes, you have all the links in chat to follow Badaki on creating The Unwanted War, which is one of the best RTSs you're going to find on Steam. So get yourself over there.
Hey Bardaki, thanks for checking out the birds and the bees.
And get that game on your wish list. That is the view out of Big Gamey's window, not my window because I'm Crit Play Me. But yeah, sometimes you see birds, sometimes bees, sometimes just my neighbour's house. But look, there's a humming.
There's a hummingbird, look! It's a hummingbird! Whoa! Hummingbird at the hummingbird feeder. Good timing, Bardy. Look at that. Oh, bless. Are there two? Is that another one behind the post? Maybe. What is he humming about? Well, you know, he's humming because he doesn't know the words. Wait. What are you trying to say, Dukasoft? I'm updating this redemption. I'll tell you more when I come. Yeah, I'm not going to say thank you, Tatum, because obviously I'm not Crit Play Me. So, you know, it wasn't me that you were meeting, but yeah, I'm sure they thought it was nice to meet you too. Yeah, so DC Aggie was in here yesterday and said, what might be a good idea, instead of the talking trash redemption just dumping you in the recycle bin and then it being emptied and then you coming back, how about you bring up a menu, like when you right click on the trash can or recycle bin, and it has options, and then it's on a randomizer, the same as some of the other redemptions, that sometimes it will click on empty recycle bin, and then other times it will click on restore. And then if it says empty, I just go, I don't reappear for a while, and it says you won. Or if it says restore, then I come back quicker, and yeah, then it says you lose. Restore. Yes, you're going to restore me instead of putting me into the bin. Do you not like the word restore, Dukasoft? Does that word offend you? So before stream today, because apparently I do most things before stream, I was working on creating said menu that I could make appear, and that then we'd have to move the big mouse pointer across to and click on one of the options. But now Dukasoft's responded like that. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, we will pause the music and we'll continue looking at this fan-made Rayman game in Unreal. I'm almost daily restoring my boss stuff from the backups. Oh.
Just what I thought. Andre isn't dead.
And then remake progress videos. Interesting. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that particular story in particular, James. So thanks for drawing our attention to that. And the link was earlier in chat if anybody else wants to look through the stuff. Now, Bardi is the king of getting huge asset packs. So, yeah. This one here is 5.2 gig. I think this might be the biggest I've ever seen on the asset store. So if anybody's seen a bigger package than this, let me know. And please don't clip that out of context. Yeah, the demo is really good. Fun fact, I was a coding consultant on Rayman. So for those that don't know, Tubby Crumbles is actually a legend. I would say in these parts, but I think like the world over, he's a legend. Him and his twin brother, Max Speedy. They worked on a lot of games that you've probably played. And every time Tubby comes in and drops a little nugget like that, I say, you know, you need to write a book. People would be interested. Get it on Kickstarter. Do you know what? It would sell like hotcakes. It really would. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than you should do it, Tubby, because really, you've been involved in so much over the years that I, for one, would be first in line to buy said book. So what did being a coding consultant actually involve? Was it like the best way to structure the code? Was it, you know, I don't really know what that title would involve. And I presume you mean the first Rayman game? Okay, now my incense stick has finally finished burning. I put my incense tray back in front of the camera so people don't think my desk is on fire. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so while we wait for that response from Tubby, so 5.2 gig I would suggest is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest package on the asset store, which is probably why it's $119 normally. So for $23.80 to get that much content, and it looks like it's structured pretty well. Adventure, ambient, casual, Christmas, combat, comedy, contemplative, erotic, ethereal, ethnic. And then I'm guessing, yeah, look, it's even broken down further. Bollywood action, bossa nova. So Grunge, how are you? Completely missed your message there because I need more coffee, obviously. So, how are you doing, Sir Grunge? I hope you're doing well. Ubisoft flew me and Raf Keko to Paris to help them get the game running on Sega Gen and SNES consoles. They were having trouble getting it running fast enough, so Raf and I had to guide them through a few tricks on each console to get it working. That's so cool, Tubby. I mean, do you appreciate, maybe you don't appreciate because you're the one that's involved, but, you know, some of the things that you've been involved in just blow me away. King Spectrum chat, you must know Raf Keka. I don't know that name. Why do I not know that name? Houston Games. Oh, Houston Consultants. Raphael, or Raf to his friends, I guess. British video game developer, created numerous video games, including Cybernoid and Exelon. ZX81. Have a look. Equinox, Exelon. Cybernoid, Stormlord, Deliverance, First Samurai. Oh, First Samurai. Second Samurai, Street Racer, Agent Armstrong, Invasion from Beyond, Gallagher Destination Earth, Championship Manager Quiz, Groove Rider, Slot Car Thunder. I recognise some of those. I don't recognise all of them. Very interesting. Chris Wilkins actually does a lot of Kickstarter stuff. I have him tagged on Kickstarter. He helped on CM. CM? Did not know Rayman was for Super Nintendo. Ah, yeah, it's news to me too. Helped on CM. What's... Oh, Championship Manager. Okay. Well, would you look at that? Who... What's the developer's name I'm trying to think of? Was it Griffin? Griffin Games? I don't even remember now. Who is the... Tubby will know. The blonde-haired guy. Like bleach blonde hair. Little Carlito, welcome on in. I was actually muted until I landed, Tubby. I was about to say Tony Crowther. Yeah. Did you have anything to do with Tony? Seems like he got his hand into a lot of pies. Blonde, as in dumb as me. We're not saying anybody's dumb here, and just hair, yes. I remember he had like bottle blonde hair, and obviously my description was enough for Tubby to be able to identify him. So I remember Tony Crowther. Met him a few times, but never worked together. And who was the guy that worked on Drop Zone? Was it Archer McLean? I remember Archer McLean. And obviously Jeff Minter. Everybody knew Jeff and his llamas. Yeah, I remember a few names. Archer, indeed. Okay. Was he like a... Did he... I'm guessing he worked on more than one game. He worked on more than Drop Zone, but that's what I remember him from. Rabbit holing a little bit, but ask me if I care. Archer McLean. Author of Drop Zone. Developed Portugal the Systems. Also developed the he developed the C64 version of International Karate. Another great game. IK Plus. Excellent. Snooker and Pool game. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Left the studio in 2005 and ran Awesome Play. Oh my lord. I did not know. Did you know that, Tubby? Yeah. Wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, Drop Zone was an amazing game. Yeah, I used to enjoy playing Drop Zone. Yeah, very, very defenderish. It was like Defender. It's like Defender and Jetpack had a baby. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the mini-map at the bottom, it even looks like Defender. Yeah, love that game. Oh well, rest in peace, Mr. McLean. Thank you for your contribution to the video game industry. Rob Hubbard, of course. Music maestro extraordinaire. Okay. So yeah, unlimited music bundle. Pretty much a whole bunch of videos. I'm not going to get squashed today. I think.
Well, apparently I am going to get squashed today. So thank you, Lodoc, for squishing my head and making me sound very high pitched. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, as you would expect from a music pack, there aren't any screenshots because, you know, what's a screenshot going to tell you about a music pack? Other than sometimes they put them in to show you the hierarchy or how it looks in Unity. But in this instance, we just have a thumbnail showing 3,500 plus audio files. It's a humongous pack you can get for 80% off today. And then you too can have such fantastic tunes like this in your game. Combo biddies? What's going on with combo biddies? Tatum with the combo biddies. The Hortheth, as Balint says. Thank you very much. Right, so that's the contemplative stuff. Moving on from that one, and ethereal. All right, so in the right type of game, could find just the music you're looking for. Comedy. Not very often you hear about comedy tracks on the Asset Store. Nano Dev is in the house. What? How you doing, Nano Dev? Happy Friday, Nano Dev. Good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you got some fun plans. Has anybody got any fun plans? FedEx delivery. I'll be right back because they're just going to yap it up until they've gone. So give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Good to see you, Nano Dev. Anybody has any fun stuff they're doing at the weekend, let me know. Okay. I think I'm back now. Oh! Shoe fly. I hope it was a fly and not a mosquito, because they just bite me and then things don't end well. Thank you, Kilted. Yes, I started chatting and I looked down and I'm like, why is the red light flashing on my mic? Ah, yes. Yep. Pro streamer. So I have to do this before anything else because it's Twitch law. There we go. Okay. How you doing, Kilted? Good to see you. We're just looking at the daily flash deals that are launching on the Unity Asset Store with up to 80% off. And this music pack, which may be of interest to a music Ian, if you will, like yourself. And Nerdwino snuck in while I wasn't looking. Besto friendo. Let's go ahead and get a shout out for my favourite moon person. Okay. And don't you know, he used to work for NASA. It's true. Yeah. So new people here today that...
This is giving me so much pleasure right now.
This is giving me so much pleasure right now. See, out of context clips, they are the best. And if you want to get so much pleasure while you're on Twitch, what Nerdwino follow? Like I say, used to work for NASA, now does all spacey stuff on stream, has his own observatory in the garden. Sometimes you can watch launches, not just on his stream, but from his back garden. True, yeah. So, do the thing, get yourself over there, drop him a follow, watch his next stream. See, Nerdwino is actually more accustomed to my schedule than I am his, because on his stream he'll be like, hey, and you're streaming tomorrow, right, at this time? And I'll be like, yeah. And then now I'm supposed to go, hey, and if you want to watch Nerdwino's next stream, it's, wait, when's your next stream? Johnson, how you doing? Happy Friday, welcome on in. I never know. You see, that's okay. That gets me off the hook. Because if Nerdwino doesn't know when his next stream is, then, you know, I think I'm excused for not knowing as well. So, there it is. Now, my second favourite moon person is Katy Perry. Have you heard of that? The astronaut called Katy Perry? Been to space recently? Did the thing? True. Some people might know her from her old days when she used to be a singer. But no. Exactly, Jotson. The famous astronaut that is Katy Perry. I mean, some people might say, wait, doesn't it take like years and years and years of training and stuff to become an astronaut? No. The same way, you sometimes see famous people being handed degrees from universities. You don't have to attend the university, you just have to be famous. Here you go. Yeah, have a degree. Have two, in fact. So, Katie's been training her whole life. Yeah, but what for? That's the thing. Yeah. Anyway, so if you want to see some quality content from my favourite and not my second favourite moon person, drop Nerdwino a follow. He really does have some good stuff over there. I really enjoy his streams, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a mod. It's some good stuff. Sometimes you even see his aminals on stream as well. I'm not going to tell you which ones, you just have to go swing by and find out. Well, you zoomed right in on the weakness in my argument there. I mean, sorry to get specific. Sorry, back, arbitrary, IRL shenanigans. That's okay, Kilted. I mean, you know, lurking is love. We love when people stop in, say hi. Even if some people just don't say hi. Some people just like drop in and just lurk in the background, and that's fine too. Perfectly okay. I don't want to sound like a scratch record, but it always amazes me when people show up, period. Even if they don't subscribe, even if they don't engage, you know, they thought enough of me or my content, or both, to just show up. That actually means a lot. As somebody that wasn't going to stream a few years ago, I had a microphone that somebody bought me a couple of years prior because I was going to create an online course, and it hadn't even come out of the box. and someone said, "Why don't you stream your game dev stuff?" And I'm like, nobody wants to come and see my stream. What am I going to do? What, just sit there and just type code in? And people are like, "Oh, this is really great content." So yeah, for the longest time, I was quite adamant that I wasn't going to be a streamer. I wasn't going to be on Twitch because nobody would want to watch the stuff. And then, jokingly, and you know, it's funny looking back, jokingly, I happened to say to Irish John Games and Berlin, "Do the voice again, that's great content." How you doing, Bruce? Welcome in. Nobody here reporting for duty. Yeah, How Dares is a great place to be. Tatum, you are too kind, good sir. No, so I jokingly said to Irish John Games and Berlin of Science Streams, the only thing that would get me to start streaming is if I have 50 followers, because I think that's going to be one of my most difficult checkboxes to get for making affiliate. And I don't want to stream and never get affiliate, because affiliate is when not just monetizing, but that's when you can do fun things like the redemptions. You can't have redemptions otherwise if you don't make affiliate. So I said, I've got to have at least 50 followers. And then, bless their little cotton socks, Jern and Berlin went all out, and like every stream they were like, "Yeah, you got to follow this person because he's not going to stream unless he gets this many followers." And by the time I started streaming, I believe I had triple digits. I think I was over 100 followers. For a streamer that had never followed, it was actually quite something to behold. Ninja Gloppy, how are you doing? Welcome on in, you Rocket League master, you. Yeah, so that was kind of the story. I joked that I wouldn't stream until I got enough followers, and then they got me enough followers, and I was like, well, I know I said that if I got enough followers, and then I kind of thought, well, let's just try it. And so I spent weeks, if not months, reading and watching everything I could to see how to stream, how to set it up, what I needed to do. And it was a whole minefield. I didn't realize there was so much to it. If you're thinking of streaming, there doesn't have to be so much to it. If you have a webcam, even if you just use your phone, you can just turn it on and just stream. But I was a bit of a perfectionist. And I wanted things to be just right as far as in my head. So I tried to do everything as much as I could. When was your first stream? Do you know, that's a good question. I'm not even sure how to find out because I don't celebrate my stream anniversaries every year. I'm sure there is somewhere in the dashboard you can probably check, but I want to say, I think I started streaming in either April or May. I want to say 2021, maybe 22. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. But Adaki just came in and resubbed for 40 months. So it's been over 3 years. 3.5 years, maybe. I think it was 3 years last May. So yeah, maybe April or May 22, possibly. I know you come here and you're like, how many months have you been streaming? Because, you know, you're not really good. You're not great at this. So, you know, I'm guessing, what, less than 6 months? That's what I get in my head. My imposter syndrome. I think my middle two names are imposter and syndrome because, you know, game dev, streaming, those things. I kind of have that syndrome follows me around like a dark cloud, if you will. Yeah, it's a whole digital production. You're not wrong. And, you know, if you turn your camera on, in some respects, that's easier than what Ninja Gloppy does, which is VTubing. I didn't realise there was so much to creating and using a V2 model until I looked into it. So, yeah, it's by no means the easier option to be a VTuber. It was sometime this decade, chat. We can't be more precise for security reasons. Exactly. It might dox me. So sometime within the last 10 years, even though I know I don't look old enough, it was within the last 10 years that I started streaming. That's it. We'll go with that. All right, so we're moving a little slowly through these, but this is the unlimited music bundle, 80% off the next 22.22. If you want some nice tunes to have in your game, you check this one out. All right, so we did that one, we did that one, we did that one. We're on the second row. VR, FPS kit. Probably great if you do VR stuff. I don't do VR games. Not least because I don't have a VR headset. And obviously, anybody can download your game if you just put it on Steam, if you put it on itch and play it. Not everybody can play a VR game that you create. So you do need the hardware. You do need some kind of expenditure to be able to play VR. So for that reason alone, I want as big an audience as possible for my games. So at least for now, I don't work on VR stuff. But if you do, and you want to create a first-person shooter in VR, multiplayer, then this might appeal to you. Did you buy the Dragonkin? No, I resisted. I resisted for the longest time until the sale was actually over. I had an internal battle for some time after the stream finished. And I thought, should I? And I thought, $14. Should I though? And I was very tempted, especially when I finally discovered it was from Malbas. And I thought, no. I have enough projects currently on the back burner, waiting to be moved forward to the front burner, that need my attention. I don't need any further distractions, so. A random echo. Or am I hallucinating? Hallucinating. I mean, I don't hear what you hear, so if there is a random echo, maybe somebody can let me know, but I'm not seeing anything in the mixer that would imply there should be an echo. No echo here. There's no echo. Okay, so it's just you, Ninja, apparently. Maybe take one of your head earpieces off your ear, and then maybe there won't be an echo if it's just coming through one ear or something. I don't know. I don't know how audio works, really. Who said no worries in chat? This is going to get me muted for sure. What are the voices telling you to do? Well, the thing is, I mean, if maybe there's multiple voices and then you have to decide which one to take notice of. Dancing Flamingos to Hakuna Matata, brought to you by the wonderfulness that is Shark Geek. I think we did a shout out for Shark Geek, did we? I'm probably a bit lax today. I like to shout out all the streamers that come in. Also, Ninja we need to catch up on as well.
It's hard on the vocals. Oh.
So he does music as well, not just shark stuff.
His little cactus chew toy was stuck in the crack in the door. Oh, look at his little eyes shining in the camera. That's so cool, Jet. You look awesome right now. You look so metal, doggo.
Just taking him to see the sights, you know? Looks like he's limping a bit. No, he's not limping.
I love that shark model.
Never say that he's limping.
So he went from Shark Geek to headmaster of the School of Sharks. It's all shark themed today. That's the McRibbons. I think they're probably off the menu again now, aren't they? The McRibs, they bring them back for a limited period of time. We saw Jotson in chat earlier. I don't think we had a shout out for Jotson. Let's go.
Hey, you over there. What are you doing? Get back to work. Oh no. Yeah. Keep doing it that way. No. That's all wrong. No. Don't do it that way. Yeah, more of that. Quit doing it wrong. Keep doing.
See, game dev can be fun. See, when you have things that are connected together with hinges and stuff, and you can do physics stuffs. I love physics simulations. My favorite thing to make. Yeah, it's all good fun. All right, did we miss anybody? If you're in here and you stream and you haven't had a shout out, please tell me, because I don't like missing people out, and I like watching the clips because it's fun to see what people get up to and what viewers think is clip worthy. We talked about the Jern Jam earlier. I'm not sure if we actually shouted out Jern though, did we? Let's see. Besto friendo of the channel, besto friendo of ever, Irish John Games.
There was also a question today in the Jam Talk. 0 AI means 0, 0, 0, 0 fucking AI. None of it. All right.
Okay.
No fucking story writing.
Mm-hmm.
No fucking voice fucking actors. No music. No art. Big time. No fucking art. That's the main thing I have a problem with. All right.
Okay.
Most of them are all right, but like, still, it's shit. It's all shit. Use your fucking brains. Come up with something fucking.
I mean, don't sugarcoat it, Jern, will you? I mean, we really need to know what you think about AI. So it seems like he's on the fence. He's like, should we allow AI? Should we not? Don't know. Maybe he'll make a final decision soon. 73 people in the Jern Jam. What? There it is. 73 joined. 2 community messages. Theme voting is now closed. The top 5 themes. Top 5 themes. Should probably show this page instead of the link to the voting page. But, yeah. So, Man vs. Nature, Lost, Chain Reaction, If You Build It, and Under Pressure. So that's the top 5 that the theme will be chosen from. And then if you watch Irish John Games streams over the next 9 days, then he might be taking another couple of themes out of there, so you're left with the final 3. So top 5 are also updated on the itch page as well. Ah, did I miss that? Indeed I did, thank you, Kilted. Theme will be chosen from one of these possible themes. Yeah, so these 5 will be whittled down to 3 over the next 9 days. So you'll know before the jam starts, not the actual theme, but you should at least have it narrowed down to 3 for you to choose from. I hope Unity puts AI straight into Unity and raises prices. Then we can finally get Jern to talk about the Unity pricing model. Well, with the newest versions of Unity 6, AI Muse has actually been put in as a package that can be installed. So, yeah, I mean, it's probably as native now as it's going to be. It probably couldn't be any more native. And while it's free to install, it's still, I believe, there's a monthly cost associated to use it. So, yeah, there is that. That's a lot of people. Yes, that is a lot of people. People that have participated in jams before will know that, you know, although this many people have joined, there won't be this many people that submit. So for whatever reason, whether it's they just ran out of time, whether they didn't even get a chance to start it, whether they joined the jam and then forgot about it and didn't see the announcement email sent to them from Itch. Yeah, lots of different reasons why people don't submit even though they do join the jam. But there it is. So in 9 days, 6 hours and 12 minutes, as it says below my stream, or at the bottom of my stream, we're going to be jamming. Yeah. any game engine. Teams of up to 4 people. And my team is up to 1 person, so there's that. So, fun times ahead. Alright, so not going to spend too much time on the VR one because I don't do VR stuff. But if you do, $3.47 will get you this $17.33 package today. It'll be fun, they said. You'll have a great time, they said. Yeah, it'll be easy to finish by the deadline, they said. I think Royku knows better. Checks BitGamey's desk for cookies. I did take the last few windmill cookies and put them in a bowl, but said bowl is now empty. So no cookies left, Sir Grunge. I'm considering joining. Also, hello. Hello, considering joining. I'm Bardaki. That never gets old, does it? How are you, Dr. Captain, sir? Welcome on in. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, jams can be fun. Jams can also be stressful. They can be draining. But it also depends. You know, I think you have to be sensible with a game jam. If you think you're going to join a game jam and create the next MMO, then you're crazy and you probably shouldn't be in a game jam. I think the acronym KISS is very applicable to game jams. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay? Not saying you're stupid, but you need to keep it simple because then you can focus more on it and there won't be such a crunch at the end. Everything needs to be an MMORPG. Well, yeah, no, not really, no. So, you know, try and come up with something that fits the theme. Try and come up with something that you think is manageable in the 16 days that you have to create it. Try and get as much done as possible in the early days so that the later days can be used for testing, polishing, creating a nice looking itch page to present the game. Just a couple of tips from, you know, someone who has done a jam or two in the past. Just make a new Balantro, no pressure. All right, yeah. I mean, you know, mashup. You can do mashups like that. You mash up a card game with like a tower defense game or something like that. I even have 2 potential teammates to help out. See, you can be teams of up to 4. So I'm going to be a team of 3. Me, myself, and I. Yeah, so just me. I'm not really sure. I have a game idea. I'm just not really sure if it's going to fit the theme or if, in fact, it's doable because it's not a game type that I've seen before. And so, you know, even if I'm not actually a pioneer, if I feel like I'm being pioneering because I haven't seen anything like it before, it's always a challenge because, you know, you don't have any reference material. You just have to like, well, how would I actually implement this? Let me try this. No. I'm a team up with Dukasoft and not take part. Okay, well, I hope you do well. I'm all too familiar with the team, me, myself, and I, but I'm trying to stretch my social skills. It's a way to do it. I mean, no, Jern encourages teams, so he must hate the heck out of me. He encourages teams of people that have done jams before and are more familiar with it to team up with people not so familiar so that you can spread your knowledge, you can drop those pearls of wisdom, and we're going to crush not taking part. I think, to be honest, Sir Grunge, you might actually win not taking part award. I don't want to put everybody else off that doesn't want to take part, but yeah, somebody's got to get that trophy, and I have faith in you and Dukasoft. Yeah, so why is this browser bouncing around all over the place? Okay, so that was the VR one. We have Terra Shade, normally $120, and is $24 for the next 22 hours until the next round of flash deals tomorrow. Terrain and object shaders. I don't really have a need for that. So we'll move on. Top-down car racing engine. I've never heard of Target Studio before. Are they new to the asset store or are they just new to me? Let's have a look. How long have they been on the asset store? Since 2016. So yeah, next year will be their 10th year on the asset store. So I probably should have heard of them. This looks very much like the high road racing. I mean, it's very nice. 9 months ago, initial release sale ends today, so I figured I'd give that asset a try this morning, and I have to say this is one of the most complete assets. No code. I feel like I've seen this before. No code needed, race system, 6 camera views, car customization, and much more. So it's ERP or the highway. They don't support built-in. They don't support Hadoop. Forget the hassle of game development. This asset lets you jump straight into the fun part, creating your own top-down car game. I have seen this before. I've seen this before because it's been in a sale before. So let's see what the reviews say. So it's been around for a while, and yet we only have 2 reviews. Initial release sale ends today, so I figured I'd give the asset a try this morning. I have to say, one of the most complete assets I've ever purchased. Everything fits, the asset just works, documentation is extensive, tutorials available, the asset goes beyond just racing and offers menu and everything that's required for a complete game. The asset is an impressive learning resource. Very well structured, clean code. Not that you require coding, but I had to look at it. Didn't purchase the asset for its environment, but rather for the cars and the arcade driving mechanism in order to create my own modification. So I did. 88 degrees. All of this happened during morning coffee. Here's a quick showcase. All right. Now this is what Roland did with the asset. I love Roland. Yeah, that's Roland. This is Roland. This is different. Add microverse. Actually, it might be. This isn't Roland with the W, is it? I know it says Roland C, but also it mentions microverse, which Roland uses a lot. Same dude. Ah. I wonder why he's ROWLAN on Discord. Yeah, he's ROLAND on here. While we watch through this video, let me just send a quick message. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know why someone would spell their name different on 2 different platforms. Why be ROLAND on here, but ROWLAN on Discord? That's what confused me. This is a very interesting video, possibly the best thing relating to the top-down racing engine. I don't have microverse as yet. I wish you'd do a full tutorial on microverse from startup. Opening the asset 180 is a bit much to spend if I don't know how to use it. A multiple rigid body does not contain a definition for linear velocity errors. Okay, Blah, blah, blah. Modify camera position. Continue with follower camera position. Interesting. Yeah, see, like ROWLAN on here. I guess he changed it for his YouTube channel for some reason. Really quick, if you need what the asset shows in the asset description, it's what you get. Extremely good, highly recommended asset. Okay, well, that's a helpful review. Nice asset, but the UI management is a bit confusing and I can't work out how to change the camera angles. Hi, RTFM. Section camera vehicle on page 275. This section explains how to set up the camera in the asset. No. Page 275. What? How long is the documentation for this thing? Note that it's only possible to change the camera type in the editor. The camera can't be changed by the player during a race. If you have any technical questions about the asset, consider sending me a message using the email found on the asset store page. Note that it is only possible to change the camera type in the editor. The camera can't be changed by the player during a race. That's a bit disappointing. I mean, that's not... I'm guessing what he means is it's not built into the asset to allow you to do it. It's not that you can't create it yourself. I'd rather too much info than the usual not enough. You know, you're right, Freshy. Yeah, all too often I've had an asset, whether it's a freebie or an expensive one, and then you look through the documentation and you're like, yeah, but where's the bit about, look, they did this in the video. Why is it not in the documentation so I can do that? It is frustrating, so yeah. Yeah, I guess it just seems that, you know, 275 pages is not even the totality of it. That's just where to find the bit that they're interested in. So how many pages is the documentation? I mean, I guess, you know, it's going to be reference material, isn't it? It's not like, oh, well, now I've got to read a novel. Now I've got to read all 300 pages or whatever. As long as it's organised well, as long as hopefully it has some anchors so that when you click into it, you can say, okay, I want the camera stuff. Let me click on this page. All right, it scrolls down and drops you down to the anchors section. Yeah. This is tempting, I'm not going to lie. This is very tempting. I mean, $59, I wouldn't be paying that for it, but $11.80. Ooh. Oh, we got a shout out from Smikes, which means that Smikes is streaming. So I'm going to go and check out what Smikes is up to today, which is one of Malint of Science Streams, one of their mods. Try the demo now. Link available in the subscription page. Oh, so there is a demo, is there? Try the PC demo. Oh no. When there are demos, I'd really like them to be WebGL, which maybe this is just a bit too involved, too complicated to do that. But yeah, I'm not about to, even if I'm considering buying something, I struggle to say, okay, I'm going to go to this Google Drive link, I'm going to download, build, I'm going to install it on my PC, and I'm going to test it. Maybe it's just me, but 6 different camera views for various top-down game styles. Okay, so this is what he was talking about in the review, that there are 6 different camera views, but you can't change it in-game. You just set up the view, I guess, before you play your game. I gotta go. Thank you for the stream. You have a great day. Tatum, you have the bestest of Fridays ever and a fantastic weekend. We don't see you tomorrow on the Sandbox Saturday stream, then I'm sure I'll catch up with you in other people's streams. So thanks for swinging by. Always a pleasure. 6 different camera views. Vehicle controller plus AI. Easy to use track creation tools. Alrighty. So, yeah, I think I'm going to add this to the cart, not because I'm going to buy it straight away, not because I'm going to buy it at all, but just to remind me of assets to look at in today's sale in case I want to get them. We'll close that. So that's the racing one. We have this one I already own, which is touch gesture on mobile devices. ArchViz Pro has a lot of realistic interiors, which it looks like this might be. $40 down to $8. Cartoon FX Remaster. John Marino, which I hope that's how it's pronounced, has a fantastic, I've got to say, free package. I've talked about them before. It's actually Particle Systems, and their free pack is amazing. I did actually buy their cartoon remaster. I think it's remaster 1. But the free pack does include like a few packs from all of them, like a sampler. So look, this is the one that I have, the FX remaster that I purchased. This is the free one that I used for the longest time before I bought the remaster. It looks like the FX4 is also going to be a flash deal in a few days. And it's 70% off. Not quite the max 80% for this one, but yeah, it looks like FX2 as well. So FX3 is on sale today. FX Original, FX1 as he calls it, starts in 5 days. 6 days is FX4. And then 9 days is FX2. Yeah, all the things on sale. The good thing is, now they don't put the WebGL link in all of the packages. If we look at this description, they might have it. Yeah, so WebGL demo. When you go there, you can select all the packages down here, and you can get some live demonstrations anyway of the assets. So this particular one, FX3, there's actually 52 effects, and all you do is you just press the right arrow key, right cursor key, and it just cycles through. That one's quite nice with the diamonds or ice. But also, as much as I like these packs, I think there's a lot of similarity, there's a lot of overlap between them. Oh, I haven't seen the God Rays before. Nice one. Yeah, so a lot of these you'll see in the other packs. I wish they were like completely separate ones. There wasn't so much overlap between them. Yeah, for me there's not enough uniqueness in that particular pack, so I'm going to say no. That one. Which leaves us with 2 remaining assets. This one I already have, HQ Retro Farmhouse. Don't remember how I got this one. So my first experience with Not Lonely was a humongous house. Look at their other packs. They have a humongous realistic house that I was hoping to use for a game. It was just too resource hungry. It wasn't what I would consider game ready. At least not the demo scene. It had a lot of lighting. It had pretty much everything thrown in, I guess, just to demonstrate. And yeah, it was. We'll scroll down. We'll see which one it was. This one, HQ Residential House. I think I paid like $35 for it. Me, when I bought it long ago. We're talking now. When did I make this purchase? 2016. What? So yeah, and it's great. It's very realistic. It has most of what you need, but it was just, I don't know, it was too high def for me. couldn't actually use it for what I wanted to use it for, which was disappointing, but there you go. It is what it is. So their retro farmhouse, if you wanted that, is 70% off. And then last but not least today is a Cinti Studios pack, which is Fantasy Warrior. 70% off, so $100 down to $30. And it's actually one of their new GUI or up display assets. You can actually show stuff on your screen for games that are, if not using Cinti assets, are in the low poly style. So, very nice. This asset is included with Cinti Pass. See, this is something you don't get normally. Asset developers don't have the option to put fancy stuff in like this, I guess just because Cinti is so big. I get a free pass, and this will direct you to their website, cintistore.com. See? Very curious how they got that inserted there. Especially since it pushes down asset reviews. Anyway, that's your lot for today. I'm going to do some more work on the camera off stream. Tomorrow is going to be Sandbox Saturday, when, as we know, as regulars will know, anything goes on Sandbox Saturday. We could be working on anything. Do you know what? I don't even know yet what I'm going to be working on. That's how unstructured it is on a weekend. As you know, it's nice sometimes just have a little bit more of a relaxing, chill stream without focusing too heavily on any one particular thing in particular. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump over to my Discord server so I can take a look in my hidden channel to see who we raided out to recently, just so we don't double up. Blah, blah, blah. Have a look. Who we can raid out to today. Okay. Let's raid out to Bardaki. We haven't raided out to Bardaki for a few weeks, and he came in and said hi today, and he resubbed, and he recently started streaming, so thank you, Kilted. Always good to see you. Let's head on over to the ending scene. Alright, and then we can do a... No, almost did a shout out there by mistake. Let's do a raid to the Bardilicious Bardaki. There we go. This channel is intended for mature audiences, so if you don't like the effing and jeffing, maybe just stay on the raid train until we get there so you can get the extra channel points, and then you can either lurk or dip out. But there's not a lot of effing and jeffing, to be honest. Bardi is good people. Works in the Unity game engine as well. On his game, The Unwanted War, there's all the links and stuff for the amazing Bardaki. I'll be back, as I said, tomorrow for my usual Sandbox Saturday stream at 7:30 AM Central Time. I don't know what in the world possesses me to get up so early, but my schedule will be changing soon. Yeah, there won't be any more weekend streams, but there will be every weekday streams. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday. So that'll be in a few weeks' time. We'll be switching that up, but hopefully you can drop by tomorrow at some point and see what crazy shenanigans are going on. We might be working on redemptions. We might be working on a side project. We might be doing some more brainstorming before the Journ Jam actually begins. Who knows? Anyway, you got your raid messages in chat. The first one is for subs. Second one is for non-subs. Let's go and blow up Bardi's chat and show him some love. And I'll be back tomorrow morning, 7:30 AM Central Time. Hopefully see you then. Bye! You hear me?